Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another Elden Ring build. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys probably the most powerful bleed build that you guys can put together for 1.07. This bleed build is still very OP after so many updates. It just deletes anything that gets in your way, takes care of bosses really easy, and just destroys any foe that gets in the way. If you like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. So let's dive into this video. So we're going to be doing somewhat of a hybrid build in a way because we need to optimize what bleed offers to us, and also on top of this we're going to be using this amazing weapon that is probably the best weapon in the entire game, but we need to optimize it a little bit more just to be more effective when you guys are trying to take care of bosses. What we're going to be doing is the following. As you guys see, they're fully leveled up, and I have blood loss buildup of 93 because my arcane is very high at 90. This is going to be for a level 165, and since we are using this build, I'm going to provide you guys with two options in which you guys are able to use this build. One build is going to deal a tremendous amount of damage and is more to like taking care of bosses and deleting them, and the other one, it also destroys bosses but is more of a, as you guys are casually going through the entire game, I'll provide you guys with that build as well. Now, the weapon itself, with this, we also have in mind that fire is one of the attack power that is within this weapon. So we are going to be also be using the following: the Scavenger's Occult Curved Sword, fully leveled up at 25, but that's not what we're using it for. We are using it because we are doing seppuku, and as you guys know, seppuku lasts for a bit. What we're trying to do is prog the bleed that is within this weapon, the Modwin Sacred Spear, which is going to be blood loss buildup of 93. So if we are able to use the curved sword as a cold, we are going to be raising our damage that is with the bleed because we have it at arcane at 90. Okay, so this is where it gets very interesting. So for the first build we're going to be using is the white mask, Knight's Cavalry armor, and also the entire set of the Knight's Cavalry, because it does provide us with a nice poise of 50, which is going to help us to withstand any hits that anyone throws at us, and we're going to be able to stand there and just spam away the weapon itself. Now, for this build, we're going to be using 4 different talismans. The first one is going to be Shard of Alexandria, which is going to raise your power skill by 15%. We're going to use the Fire Scorpion, which is going to raise your fire attack by 12%, but you're going to get a 10% lower damage negation. And then this one, the Red Feather Brass Shaw. This one is going to raise our attack power when HP is at low. So that means that when you guys are spamming the weapon, of course, you're going to be standing in one single position, but soon as your blood goes down to 20%, then the Red Feather Brass Sword Talisman is going to take effect and is going to raise our attack power because our health is going to be low. So we're going to be able to deal more damage the more we're going to be losing blood, and just the way the weapon it is. So we just need to make sure that we take care of everything around us to be able to optimize this build to help us out when we are at low health. And then of course we're going to be using the Lord's Blood Exaltation. Blood loss out of vicinity increases attack power by 20%. And to take advantage of the weapon, we're going to be using Flame Shrouding Cracked Tear, which is going to temporarily boost the fire attack that is within this weapon. And we're also going to be using the Storm Barb Cracked Tear, which is going to temporarily make stance break easier. So that is the first build that we are using. because that build is not only going to help you delete anything that gets in your way. Another suggestion that I may have for you guys, instead of the red feather broadshaw sword talisman, you guys can go with the ritual sword talisman. This one also is good with this build because it raises the power that is within this build, and it does help you take care of like foes and enemies that get in the way. And it's also pretty good for bosses, but until your health goes down. Now let me show you the other build, which is more of a hybrid because it's going to help delete and destroy bosses a lot faster. It's going to prog bleed even faster, and we're going to be raising the power to the max level. So we are going to be using the same weapons: the Modwin Sacred Spear, the Scavenger's Occult Curb Sword, and what we're going to be using is the following: the Twin Bird Kite Shield. This one, what this shield does is the following: is going to raise our attack power by 5% when our health goes down. So if our health goes down below, I believe, 25%, then this shield is going to not only is going to provide us with offense, but it's also going to provide us with defense with an additional 10% to be able to give us an extra poise. And then we're going to be using the Dragon Communion Shield, because this one, of course, is an Arcane S, and is going to provide us with an incantation scaling of 351 because we are raising our Arcane to 90. So later on, as I go through the video, I'm going to show you guys the different character status of the attributes that you guys need to use. Now that we have all the weapons that we are going to be using in this build that's going to help us delete bosses, is we're going to be using, again, the white mask, because it's going to give us a 10% when blood loss is at a vicinity. And then we're going to be using the nice cavalry greaves, because all this armor is going to provide us with a nice, beautiful 50 poise that's going to help us withstand any hits, and also give us enough time to be able to do the whole sequence of buffs and things that we need to do to be able to take care of bosses. Now, we're going to be using Shard of Alexander, raising our skill power to 15. Of course, Fire Scorpion, 12 and 10. Instead of the Ritual Sword Talisman, we're going to be using this one here, the Red Feather Broadshaw Sword, because it's going to raise our attack power when HP is low. So, not only is this talisman going to work beautifully, because it's going to raise our attack power when our health is low, but on top of this, the Twin Bird Kite Shield is also going to raise our power, giving us, guys, pretty much an additional 20% additional damage when our health goes below 25%. So if you guys are running low and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna make it, then that is when the shield and the talisman kick in and giving you guys an extra edge, and which is going to help you guys destroy bosses really easy and faster than what you would have had before. And then, of course, we're going to be using the Lords of Blood Exaltation, raising our bleed to an additional 20%. And then we're going to be using in our flask the following: Flame Shrouding Crack Tier, which is going to raise our fire attacks by an additional 3 minutes. And then on top of that, we're going to be using the Storm Bar Crack Tier, which is going to temporarily make stands break easier. Now, this is where we are going to be raising this build to another level that is going to help us delete bosses easier. So we are going to be using the following, guys. We're going to be using the Frenzy Flame Stone. What the Frenzy Flame Stone is, helps us get into madness, but to be able to take advantage of that, we're going to do a little bit of a trick. So instead of the white mask, we are going to start off with the following, which is going to be the Black Dumpling, because what it does is this: raises attack power when the wearer suffers from madness. So we're going to prog madness first. So the following sequence is going to be what you guys need to do. First, we are going to be doing the frenzy stone. And then what you guys need to do is just wait until the whole entire sequence goes by, and we'll just have to wait, sit there, and just get ready for the next sequence, as you guys will be able to see. And as it goes almost finishing, then you guys will be able to do the sit there and just get ready for the next sequence, as you guys will be able to see. And as it goes almost finishing, then you guys will be able to do the following. So as soon as you guys see madness, as you guys see there, now we're going to switch from that helm. Next, we're going to switch to the white mask. So the faster you guys are able to do this, the better. And then after that, we're going to be using our flask. And then we're going to be using our golden bow. And then after we're using our golden bow, we're going to use seppuku to be able to raise the bloodlust. And of course, with madness, we're going to be increasing. And then you guys are going to equip the shield. And then, of course, the weapon itself. Then automatically, if you guys are able to get hit, then and then when you guys are, and then what's going to happen is that not only is the talisman going to help you raise the power to an additional 15%, but so what's going to happen is that the shield is going to raise the power, because once you guys are go below 25%, the shield is going to increase the offense and also is going to give you defense. And then on top of that, madness is also increasing the power that you guys are going to be able to do in this build. So I'm going to show you guys now the different type of two builds in effect. As you guys see here, the first one is going to be just deleting bosses the regular way. And then the second build that I'm showcasing you guys is showing when you guys are using madness and you guys are using the talisman, and of course you're using the shield put together, you guys are able to see how much more damage you guys are going to be able to deal to any boss and also any foe that gets in your way. Now, the main thing here to make this possible, guys, you guys need to do the following in your attributes point. I'm here at level 165 and I have the following. Vigor is going to be at 40, just giving me enough HP to be able to stay in the fight. Mine is going to be at 20. I mean, I don't need any more of that, because the good thing about the weapon is that it doesn't use a lot of FP. But you guys will need it for your madness. You guys will need it for seppuku, and also golden bow and flame grant me some strength to be able to buff this build. And then you guys are going to be using endurance at 26 to be able to use the weapon and the shield and the sword at the same time with the armor enough so you guys could be a medium weight. Strength is going to be at 25 and dexterity is going to be at 15. Why so low? Because guys, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to take advantage of what the weapon offers. And what the weapon does is the special skill on this weapon is going to be the Blood Boon Ritual. So the higher we are on Arcane, which is going to be at 90, is the best thing. We're not trying to raise the power that is of the physical damage, but we're trying to raise the power of the fire and the bleed at the same time, so we are able to just hit like a truck. And faith is at 25, just to be able to use one golden bow, and of course flame grant me some strength, which is going to raise this build to another level. Overall, guys, that is the sequence that you guys are able to do to be able to use this build in both ways. So if you guys have any questions in the comments, let me know and I'll be happy to answer those. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button because it helps us out with the algorithm and we appreciate you guys helping us out. And also don't forget to hit the subscription button because not only we got Elden Ring, Cyberpunk videos coming your way. Once again, thank you guys for watching and we'll see you guys on the next video.